I want to share with you another episode in my Black History series. Today, I'd like to speak with you about Lyles Station, Indiana. Station is named in honor of Joshua Lyles, who was a free African American, and he was born around 1800. Lyles Station reached its peak in the years between 1880 and 1912, with major structures in the community that included a railroad depot, a post office, a lumber mill, a school, 2 churches, and 2 general stores. The community incorporated and was formally named Lyles Station in 1886 in honor of Joshua Lyles. By the turn of the 20th century, the settlement had 55 homes and a population of more than 800 people. Lyles Station had a decline in its population after a major flood ran through its settlement in 1913. A lot of the family could not recover from it, and they had moved away. In 1927, in Lyles Station, the United States government ran human radiation experiments on school-age boys and girls in the community, with the youngest being 5-year-old Vertus Hardiman. All of the children were supposedly to be given treatment for ringworm. As I say that these were school-age children, Vertus Hardiman had an older brother that was being taken in for treatment, and his mom, knowing that Vertus had ringworm as well, wanted him to be treated along with his brother, so she had him ride along. The United States government provided a school bus to come get the children, had the parents sign consent forms, and he took them to a local hospital. The parents did not know that their school-aged children were sent away to be giving radical radiation experiment treatment. The parents was told that the kids would be taken and treated for a condition that was called dermatofistosis, which in layman's term is ringworm. The children were subjected to high radiation treatments. The levels went so high that it burned the hair off all of the kids. It burned into the scalps of the kids, giving them deformities. And young Vertus getting the worst of it with the radiation going through his scalp and through his skull, exposing his head. When the parents found out about this, of course they were very upset about this. And with these kids being so young, they now would have to suffer with this indignities that it led to significant disfigurements to the children. The embarrassment and shame led these kids to have to now wear hats and wigs, which they had to do for the rest of their lives. Besides the scars and the mistreatment and the deformities, these kids also had to deal with severe headaches for the rest of their lives. As I stated before, young Vertus had to suffer with it the worst. He actually had to walk around living with a hole in his head. And while the families were very upset, and they went to take action and seek out justice, and they went to sue the local hospital, the government, and of course, being at the time that we lived in, they were found not guilty. And parents being deceived, signing the consent forms, I'm sure played a major part in this, as if these parents would willingly do this to their own children. The use of radiation as an experiment on humans has a long history in the world, and especially in the United States. Some examples include injecting radioactive elements such as plutonium into patients without consent, giving radioactive iron to poor pregnant women, using soldiers and prisoners for experiments, and then using the bodies of dead people without seeking permission from the surviving family members. These elements had devastating effects on the human body, leading to deformities and illnesses such as cancer, and of course, in some cases, ended up in death. Records show that the United States, the Atomic Energy Commission, had been endorsing tests like these since the 1940s. Many of the targets were the disenfranchised, the imprisoned, children, especially orphans, and minorities, especially minorities from poor communities. Vertus Hardiman became the subject of a documentary, and the title was called Hole in the Head, A Life Revealed. I watched this documentary in like 2007 or 2008. It's a devastating watch. It's horrible. And like I stated, these children were babies, 5, 7, 9. And to show you just how evil and how much of a mad scientist these people can be, let us understand that this government also did this to grown men in Tuskegee when black men were either given venereal disease or had venereal disease, went to the hospital, and instead of giving them treatment, faked like they gave them treatment just to do a test to see how venereal diseases affected human beings. If that wasn't sick enough that they did that, now you transpose that to children, babies, and then you want to be mad scientists to them as well. There's no remorse. There's no conscience. There's no pity. And the fact that they were found not guilty in court just goes to show you just who they picked. And it was purposely done. I find it sickening. I have situations where somebody will say to me, "Hey Mark, why do you keep talking about stuff like this? Shouldn't it be not even talked about?" No, it needs to be talked about. It needs to be exposed. It does not need to be forgotten. Vertus Hardiman died, I do believe, like in 2005 or so. And before his death, he did end up with a good legal team that won him money. And there was another a young girl that was involved in it as well. Vertus was a very religious man, no animosities or whatever. And he didn't even want the money. He gave the money to his community. I'm not as kind as Vertus. I would have been ticked, pissed, or whatever, even if it was my grandfather. So let us not keep pretending that things happened in the 1600s, 1700s, 1800s, 1900s. This was grandparents' age that this happened. This is recent history. This is Indiana. And that community, Lyles Station, was a vibrant, proud community. And it just makes me feel like they really wanted to attack that community because of such. I hope you can hit me in comments and tell me what you think about this, and had you ever heard of it before. And I'm going to go ahead and close this out. I can't say any more about it, so I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye-bye.